السيدات والسادة، مرحبا بكم في هذه الحلقة الخاصة من برنامجنا المعنى بالعلاقات الدولية والدبلوماسية. يسعدنا أن نستضيف اليوم سعادة السفير الإثيوبي لدى الجزائر السيد محمد مختار واري للحديث عن العلاقات الثنائية بين الجزائر وإثيوبيا. أهلا وسهلا سعادة السفير، شكرا على تلبية دعوتنا.
أهلا بكم، شكرا.
لنبدأ حديثنا بتقييمكم لواقع العلاقات الثنائية بين الجزائر وإثيوبيا في ظل الاضطرابات الإقليمية والدولية الحالية. كيف تصفون طبيعة العلاقات الثنائية بين الجزائر وإثيوبيا؟
Based on our strong foundation of diplomatic relation, political relation, which is anchored in the ideals of Pan-Africanism, mutual respect, sovereignty, and cooperation. Ethiopia and Algeria are following the global developments very keenly and exchange ideas and what is going on around the globe in a very close consultation. So our collaboration on the global issues, including the interest of Africa, promoting the interest of Africa, is based on our belief in the ideals of Pan-Africanism, in the ideals of promoting the interest of Africa and peoples of African descent, including the ideals of development, prosperity, unity of the people of the continent, and mutual understanding based on our shared values, our shared vision for the continent. So based on those criteria, I can say we are very much closer in closer consultation one another. We share ideas at all levels, at bilateral level, at multilateral levels, and we coordinate on issues of mutual interest, on issues of African interest, on issues of peace, development, and integration of the African Union.
تتقاسم الجزائر وإثيوبيا رؤية إفريقية موحدة قائمة على السيادة والاندماج الإقليمي والتنمية المستدامة. كيف تسهم البلدان في تعزيز التعاون الإفريقي على المستويين القاري والدولي؟
The first thing, Algeria and Ethiopia play a very positive, constructive role in their respective regions. In the Horn of Africa, Ethiopia plays a positive role based on unity of people, brotherhood of people, and mutual promoting mutual interest of peoples in the region. Likewise, in the North Africa region and the Sahel region and in the Arab Maghreb region, Algeria likewise plays a very constructive role. It promotes the ideals of good neighborliness based on the ideals of unity, sovereignty, territorial integrity of its neighbors. In addition to that, Algeria and Ethiopia believe in the rule-based international relation, both at regional level and at the continental level and at the global level. And in that perspective, Algeria is playing a very positive role in its respective region, and we play a very positive role in our respective region. We are working for peace, unity of the peoples of the region. We fight terrorism and crimes that are transcending beyond the boundaries of one country. Likewise, Algeria is doing that in its respective region. Beyond that, in the continental level, we coordinate our representatives at various levels, at multilateral forums, including the African Union, United Nations, and other multilateral forums. We coordinate, we collaborate, we exchange views, and we promote the good and the best interest of our continent. So in that way, we are standing firm for the ideals of unity, for the ideals of protecting the national unity and sovereignty of each and every member of the African country. We promote regional integration. We promote economic interaction of peoples of Africa. We promote the idea of unified and consolidated position of Africa in the global stage that promotes the interest of the collective interest of the people of the continent.
شهدت العلاقات الثنائية زخما متزايدا توج بزيارات رفيعة المستوى، نذكر منها اجتماع اللجنة الوزارية بأديس أبابا. ما هي مخرجات هذه اللقاءات؟
The major outcomes of the fifth joint ministerial commission meeting held in Addis Ababa last April is number one. It is held in the presence of our ministers, His Excellency Minister Gideon Timotheus and His Excellency Minister Ahmed Attaf, and high-level delegation from both sides. So we reviewed the outcome and the implementation of the previous activities that has been passed from the fourth joint ministerial commission meeting, which was held in Algiers. We evaluated, and we after evaluating the performance and our activities on those bilateral activities, we take a measure to consolidate those strong outcomes, and we consolidated the outcomes of the previous performances. We identified the weaknesses of our bilateral agreements that have not been very well implemented, and we consolidated by signing closer to 9 new agreements and consolidating the previous ones. And in addition to that, based on the evaluation, we set the effective mechanism to implement the agreed bilateral agreements so that we will benefit from our bilateral relations. In that context, we have signed a lot of new agreements, for example, in the area of entrepreneurship, startup, and technology. We signed agreements in the area of space and other related issues. We signed agreements in the area of pharmaceutical industries. We signed to promote our relation in the area of agriculture. So a lot of activities have been reviewed very well, and weaknesses have been identified, strengths have been identified, and we set for effective execution of the agreements ways to promote our mutual benefit from those engagements. Therefore, in the upcoming joint ministerial meeting, we will have a better outcomes of the performance of our agreed agreements.
تعرف الجزائر وإثيوبيا بتطابق مواقفهما داخل الاتحاد الإفريقي. ما هي آفاق التنسيق بين البلدين حول القضايا المحورية مثل ما يحدث في الساحل والقرن الإفريقي؟ وهل هنالك رؤية مشتركة لتعزيز مقاربات إفريقية توافقية بعيداً عن الاستقطابات الخارجية؟
True. As you mentioned rightly, Ethiopia and Algeria are coordinating in issues of African interest. Therefore, as individual state, Algeria is always striving for peaceful solutions of conflicts. It has a history of playing a very constructive role in mediating difficult conflicts, including the conflict between Ethiopia and Eritrea in 2000. Beyond that, Algeria is known for resolving through mediation and good office the conflict between Iran and the United States. And it has played a very constructive role in its region in resolving the problem inside Mali. Therefore, we have the same history in our region. We have played resolving the problem in Sudan during the time of His Imperial Majesty, and resolving the problem inside Somalia, South Sudan, and between neighboring countries, between Djibouti and Eritrea. We have, in our respective region, we have played a very constructive role. Based on those beliefs, based on the idea of resolving African problems by Africans themselves, we have working in our respective region. And beyond our region, we are listening each other. We are sharing ideas. We have sharing mechanisms of resolving other conflicts in Africa through African solutions, African problems, African solutions principle. So based on those beliefs, we have tried to resolve the problem in DRC. We have played a constructive role collectively within the framework of the African Union. We have played a constructive role in the Sudan issue. Algeria and Ethiopia promote the resolution of Sudan issue, Sudan-owned, Sudan-led, and African-initiated mechanism, and we are promoting that mechanism, and we are working toward this African problems, African solutions. Therefore, we collaborate in other multilateral forums to bring all those issues into the Continental organization, the Continental forums. Whenever, sometimes issues might not be well understood by outsiders because the context matters. Africans understood their own problems and they know their solutions. That is why we are successful in the resolution of our conflict in the northern part of Ethiopia in the context of Pretoria Peace Agreement, in which the former president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, have played a very mediative role in that resolution, and South Africa has arranged the host as a host state for the end. So we effectively resolved those difficulties. Likewise, Algeria has resolved the problem in Mali in the same manner. Therefore, we are sharing, we are believing, we are like-minded when it comes to resolving African problems through African mechanisms.
ننتقل الآن إلى الفرص الاستثمارية والتعاون في القطاعات الحيوية. تم تأسيس مجلس أعمال ثنائي بين الجزائر إثيوبي عام 2021 لتعزيز العلاقات الاقتصادية. ما مدى التقدم المحرز حتى الآن؟ وهل هنالك مشاريع ملموسة على أرض الواقع؟
during the last joint ministerial meeting held in Addis Ababa, we have evaluated the performance of that joint business council activity, and we agreed to strengthen that mechanism, and we have identified the problems or the difficulties that hamper the effective implementation of that mechanism. Therefore, we are looking forward in strengthening our business relation, particularly in expanding trade, in expanding investment, in expanding industrial interaction between our two countries. We are looking to purchase fertilizers from Algerian market. Algeria is making one of the finest fertilizer. We are looking to purchase, and Algeria is looking to purchase Ethiopian coffee. We have set mechanism to resolve those challenges in the effective implementation of the business interaction between the two countries. So, in addition to that, the issue of transport relation between the two countries, flight relation. Ethiopian Airlines must fly into Algiers, and Algerian Air Alger must fly into Ethiopia, and we are also exploring to resolve that some challenges in that area. So a lot of initiatives have been in the pipeline now, and we are looking effective implementation of those initiatives, and we will look a very strong outcome from our interaction.
تم التوقيع على عدة مذكرات تفاهم في مجالات الصحة، الزراعة والصناعة. هل يمكن أن تطلعونا عن أبرز هذه المشاريع؟
Yes, based on the instruction of our leaders, His Excellency President Bon and our Prime Minister Dr. Abiy Ahmed, the visit of high-level delegation led by His Excellency Muhammad, Minister of Mine, Minister of Energy and Renewable Energy of Algeria, have visited a high-level, has taken with him a high-level delegation and visited Ethiopia and meet with his counterpart from both the Ministry of Mine, from the Ministry of Trade and the Ministry of Energy and Water. So we are identified, the delegations are looking into how to benefit from our strong political relation, and they have identified to collaborate in many areas, including trade, including manufacturing, energy, promoting dissemination of electricity throughout the country. Algeria have a very strong, robust electric dissemination capacity. We want to share that experience of Algeria. We want to support one another in technical terms. Algeria is committed to invest in the area of energy, in the area of mining, including prospects of petroleum and gas. Sonatrach is one of the best company in the world. And Algeria's commitment to promote, strengthen economic power of Africa as one powerhouse of the continent. It's looking into the potential of Ethiopia and deployed a very strong team. And now things are going very well. And I have to work hard on those issues. And hopefully, inshallah, soon things will be, outcomes will be very, very beautiful. And I expect a very strong relation in the area of energy, in the area of electricity, in the area of mining, in the area of trade. So things are very well set by our leaders, and collaborative mechanisms have been set in place, and now we have to trigger effective implementation of those mechanisms.
Your Excellency, we'll go on a short break. We'll continue after that. وبهذا مشاهدينا الكرام نصل إلى فاصل قصير، سنعود وإياكم بعد قليل. مرحبا بكم مجددا مشاهدينا الكرام في هذا اللقاء الخاص مع سعادة السفير الإثيوبي السيد محمد مختار واري. تحدثنا سابقا عن العلاقات السياسية والاقتصادية بين البلدين. الآن سنتحدث عن التبادل العلمي والتكنولوجي بين البلدين. مستقبل القارة الإفريقية يمر عبر التكنولوجيا والابتكار في ظل تطوير إثيوبيا لبرنامجها الفضائي الإفريقي الطموح. ما الدور الذي يمكن أن تلعبه الجزائر في دعم هذا البرنامج؟ وهل هنالك خطط لشراكات متبادلة في هذا الصدد؟
Ethiopia has, as you mentioned, has a plan, ambitious plan, to be one of space exploring countries. So in that regard, we have sent 2 satellites in collaboration with friendly countries to the space. Still, we are working in other areas. Our Prime Minister is a technology-savvy person. He's very ambitious when it comes to science and technology. In that regard, in the last Joint Ministerial Commission, the 5th Joint Ministerial Commission held in Addis Ababa, we have signed agreement in the area of collaboration in the area of space and space sciences. Therefore, Algeria and Ethiopia are working in that field. In exchange of education in the field of space science and technologies, in the field of space exploration, to exchange education and experience and know-how, we have agreed. Therefore, based on that agreement, hopefully soon we will have a very strong collaboration to benefit from mutual experience and knowledge in the field of space science.
هل هنالك برامج تعاون بين الجامعات الإثيوبية والجزائرية؟ وكيف يمكن تعميق هذا التعاون ليشمل التكوين ونقل المعرفة؟
In the field of education, in the field of knowledge transfer, and in the field of technology, we have signed the agreement of mutual cooperation in the field of startup, technology, and related issues. Therefore, we have already set the mechanism. Unfortunately, in the last couple of years, we have not established university-to-university relation. But now I have, I'm working, and a special instruction have been given to me to create a mutual relation between Algerian universities. I have visited a couple of universities in Algeria, including Tizi Ouzou University and Tlemcen University. And as you know, Algeria hosts Pan-African University. We have a couple of students there. They are doing very well. I have visited them. And in that area, we have set a mechanism how we can work on that area. In addition to that, recently, your ambassador in Addis Ababa have visited our Minister of Education, and they have discussed in further collaborating in the field of education. So Algeria have a very long tradition of university. Ethiopia is also have a very strong experience in education. We want to learn a lot of things. Our students want to come here and learn a lot of things from the Algerian universities, and we are working in that area. Algeria has offered a lot of scholarship for Ethiopian students, and I'm working on that area. We have a couple of students, but not enough compared to our strong relation. So we need to work hard to promote Algerian and Ethiopian relation in the field. In addition to that, in the field of flight, in the field of aviation, Ethiopia have a very strong aviation school, and Ethiopian Airlines, one of the best African airlines, have a very strong aviation school. We offer education for Algerian students, and likewise, I have discussed with officials in the Air Algeria how we can work on that area, and I'm looking forward to work in that area too. So we have a lot of opportunities. We have a lot of visions, and hopefully we will materialize and implement those opportunities into concrete results.
تواجه القارة الإفريقية تحديات مناخية جسيمة. كيف يمكن للجزائر وإثيوبيا كدولتان فاعلتين داخل الاتحاد الإفريقي الإسهام في صياغة سياسة قارية أكثر فعالية في مجال التكيف مع تغير المناخ وضمان الأمن الغذائي والأمن المائي؟
Our continent, Africa, has huge potential, both in terms of water, in terms of various minerals, in terms of industrial minerals. We have a huge potential. Agenda 2063 has set to look into a prosperous, unified, strong Africa that can be materialized only through hard work and the collaboration of the people of the continent. Our leaders have set the agenda. Our leaders have set the goal. Now, what we need to do is to collaborate, coordinate in those areas. In terms of that, Algeria and Ethiopia are collaborating. Ethiopia is now hosting the second African Climate Summit that will be held in September, just September 8 to 10. Algeria is also hosting Inter-African Trade Fair, which is a very important continental activity. In September, from September 4 to 10. So we are going to have a strong team here, and hopefully you also have a strong team to go to Addis Ababa for climate summit. Therefore, we are working to have a strong presence in the climate negotiations. Africa must have its own agenda. It must set its own agenda. It must set its own priorities when it comes to global climate agreements, climate negotiations. Therefore, Ethiopia and Algeria are collaborating in that area. We are listening to one another's view. Our officials are consulting each other. That is how we can transform our continent. That is the way we are working on, and we have a mechanism. As you know, the African Union has its own team that are working in setting agenda in the global climate summit, which is going to be held in Brazil in COP 30. So Ethiopia and Algeria are collaborating in that field too.
حظيت مبادرة الإرث الأخضر الإثيوبية بإشادة دولية، بينما تواصل الجزائر جهودها الكبيرة في تشجير ومكافحة التصحر. هل هنالك مشاريع بيئية مشتركة بين البلدين؟
Yes, Ethiopia has initiated under the leadership of His Excellency Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed 7 years ago an initiative called Green Legacy Initiative, in which Ethiopia is planting millions and billions of trees every year. This year alone, we are reaching to the level of 40 billion total in the last 7 years. In one day, we have planted closer to 40 million trees.
40 million
40 million trees every
for a day.
day. This is a record breaking activity. So this is a huge movement in the country. Because Ethiopia once it was a very green country. Unfortunately, through deforestation and expansion of farming land, we have lost a huge chunk of our forest. So the Prime Minister's vision is to rehabilitate that situation and to make sure that all our rivers, as you know, Ethiopia is the water tower of Africa. A lot of rivers are flowing out of the country. So to maintain the wet in the country, to maintain the humidity and the springs where these waters are flowing from, we need to plant and maintain the ecosystem. Therefore, we have ambitious project in the area of greening initiative, and we are, I can say, successful in that regard. Algeria, as I have come and witnessed, is amazing country. Its forest is lushing. It's even in Algiers you have a lot of places, green places, reserved forests. When I go out of Algiers, I see a lot of green areas, forest lands. So fighting desertification is a critical element in the Algerian protection of environment and climate resilient, building a climate resilient economy. Therefore, we have both experience. We have, we are living in a different agroecologic situation. You are a Mediterranean country. We are relatively a tropical country with a special gift of highland in the mountainous part of Africa. So we have similarities as well. You have a lot of mountainous areas. Yeah. Therefore, for example, we have got a lot of plants from Algeria. His Excellency President Tabon has provided a gift to our Prime Minister, some important trees, in which we are very much thankful. We are collaborating in that area. We have organized a Green Legacy initiative, youth initiative, in Addis Ababa, in the Algerian embassy, some 4 years back, and a team has come to here, and we showcased the Green Legacy initiative. So we have a collaboration in that spirit, and in the framework of African building a resilient African climate system. We are collaborating, and this upcoming climate summit is a case in point.
ما هي أولويات السفارة الإثيوبية لتعزيز الشراكات متعددة الأبعاد مع الجزائر؟
We have, as I have mentioned, we have a very strong foundation, very robust relation, politically, diplomatically, in both in multilateral and bilateral forums. Our economic interaction compared to our strong strategic partnership is very minimal. So I have to focus in promoting our economic interaction. My priority is promoting Algerian investment, Algerian trade into Ethiopia, and promoting Ethiopian investment and trade into Algeria. We have products, a lot of products that have a very good interest in the Algerian market, including coffee. You are coffee lovers. We are the best producers of coffee. Coffee Arabica, one of the best taste because of the special ecosystem and ecology of Ethiopia. We produce one of the best coffee in the world. So with that love, with that Algerian love for coffee, I have to bring a lot of Ethiopian coffee into Algerian market. That is number one, my priority. Number two, we have to promote educational relation between the two countries. You have a very strong foundation, industrial foundation, economic foundation, and our students must come to Algeria, learn into Algerian universities, go into Algerian industries, see how things are or products are produced, and replicate those in Ethiopia. You have a very strong company, Sonatrach, the best company in Africa. Now Algeria is looking into investing throughout and unleashing the power of Africa. His Excellency the President has focused into Africa, and they want to unleash the power of Africa. African industries must benefit from the know-how, technology, and experience of Algerian companies, including the well-known Sonatrach. You have a very efficient electric supply. One of the best in Africa, one of the best in the world, I can say. 100% electrified country. That is envy for us. We are running our population, more than 60% of our population, closer to 50% of our population are out of access to electricity. So we want to learn from Algerian experience. We have the energy, we have generated enough energy now, we are going to. So we have to learn from effective distribution of electricity, reaching into every household. So I want to promote that experience sharing, learning, mutual learning, and technological transfer in that area. I want to promote a cultural relation between the two countries. Algeria is rich in its culture. Ethiopia is also rich in its culture. So we have to exchange music and other cultural values, including the food system, including we have a similar clothing system. By the way, your dress in marriage is registered under UNESCO.
Yes.
We have a lot of similarities with Algeria. Our color choice. Last time when our minister came here and visited Algeria, when he saw the VIP salon, he was amazed by the color composition. That is similar with Ethiopia. So we have a lot of things to do in the area of culture. Pharmaceutical. Algeria is strong in the field of pharmaceutical. I want to focus in that area and export some medicines into Ethiopia, and also encourage Algerian pharmaceutical industries to invest in Ethiopia. We are promoting tourism. We want to have a lot of Algerians visit Ethiopia and Ethiopians visit Algeria. We have to promote that. So these are my priority areas, but number one is always the economy, coffee, and Algerian electricity.
سعادة السفير كلمة أخيرة. Last word, any last word?
My last word is we have a very strong relation in all areas. Algeria and Ethiopia have a strong political, diplomatic foundation based on Pan-Africanism, the right to self-determination, principles of sovereignty, territorial integrity, and the unity of countries. We have a strong principle of non-interference in the internal affairs of countries. We have shared value for unity of African people, and we promote the ideals of resolving African problems by Africans themselves. Based on those values, ideals, beliefs, we continue to collaborate, and in the upcoming event, we invite the Algerian environmental activists, organizations, non-governmental organizations, and governmental organizations to take part in the upcoming climate summit of Africa, in which Algeria is a champion. We also encourage and call upon Ethiopian companies to visit Africa in the upcoming Inter-African Trade Fair, which Algeria is going to host, so that they can see how Algeria is important in the continent's economic activities. And I encourage all our leaders to continue to work towards the vision that has been set by our forefathers when they create the Organization of African Unity. They have in mind a strong, unified Africa that is self-sustained, self-sufficient, and can speak in one voice in the global stage.
Your Excellency, we would like to conclude the interview by hearing what you liked most in Algeria.
In Algeria, I love a lot of things. I can't. Number one, I admire the environmental protection. In Algiers, a lot of places are green. Still, you maintained a lot of green areas in the city. That is amazing. Number two, I love fruits. Algeria is bestowed with, God has bestowed upon Algeria a fruit, a lot of fruits.
True.
Mediterranean fruits and other fruits. Algeria is also very, in terms of people, very decent, respectful, Pan-Africanist people. It's amazing. I see everywhere, my wife, my children, wherever they go, they see decency in the Algerian people. That is amazing.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency, for your time and for your valuable insight. We wish you success in your diplomatic mission.
Thank you.
وبهذا مشاهدينا الكرام نصل إلى ختام هذا الحوار الخاص. شكرا جزيلا لكم. إلى اللقاء.